welcome to HAWAIʻI Travel, HAWAIʻI Travel, Have Aloha Will Travel. HAWAIʻI Magazine presents to you our faces once again in 2021.
That was the weirdest intro, Kevin.
You got to start
Kevin
them out.
Allen.
You got to start them out a little odd for the new year. You got to wake everyone up. I'm your co-host, Kevin Allen. With me, as always,
Catherine Tough Boxer with HAWAIʻI Magazine. I find it funny that when you had to say your name, you looked at your notes.
Yeah, well, I got it written down here. I can't show you my notes, but just in case I forget.
Everything else was botched, and yet you looked at your notes for your name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You gotta, you gotta remember. I don't know what happened to that intro. I've said it so many times, maybe I was coming in a little too strong. Maybe it's because it's our first podcast of 2021. It's been so long.
Yay! It's the new year.
But it's, all right, you know what? I'm going to break the magic. We're recording this in 2020. This goes up on January 4th, 2021. Today is technically December 30th, 2020. So we are not, Kat right now and I are not out of it yet, but we're almost out of it. Oh, I wonder what it'll be like in 2021, Kat. Hoverboards and the future.
Oh, right, the future.
As long as it's better than this year.
I think it's funny that people are, I'm a victim of this too, right? Is that we think 2021, this changeover is going to be this miracle cure.
It just needs one day. Yeah.
I think that's funny.
The moment the clock strikes 12, no more COVID, no more economic depression.
Back to normal, reset.
Yeah, easy. Just like that. It's just like, it's why you clean your house on New Year's Eve. So, when 2021's there, you got a whole new place. We were talking about that a little earlier. We're going to get into the main topic of discussion, which is some things HAWAIʻI Magazine will be doing in 2021, as well as some adventures that we will be hoping to do that maybe you can do too. But I want to talk to you a little bit real quick. We were talking about this in a meeting earlier about cleaning your place on New Year's Eve, which I think is kind of a local thing, but it's really a Japanese thing to do a real big, deep clean on New Year's Eve. Do you do that, Kat?
I do. Okay, so on my mom's side, I'm Japanese, so we definitely do this tradition of cleaning the house. The idea is to clean out the old from the year and usher in a new year and open yourself up to new opportunities and new experiences, and everything is a clean slate. That's the idea of it, kind of. But I also come from a Portuguese family, which tends to just clean in general.
Okay.
So we do this deep clean every Sunday, I feel like. Anyway, so there is something to it. I don't know if it's just Japanese or if it's an Asian thing. You didn't do it growing up with your Korean mom?
Well, I think I'm kind of in a similar boat where we just cleaned a lot. Every weekend we were kind of doing a pretty deep clean. But what I feel like for this, you're throwing stuff out that you might not be using anymore. You're kind of Marie Kondo, just hold it. Do I need it? Yes or no? And then throw it away, maybe.
Does it bring me joy?
Yeah, does it bring me joy? And then toss it. So I feel like this, we don't, but no, my family growing up, we never did this New Year's Eve clean, big, deep clean. I'm doing it because my girlfriend is half Japanese, and she traditionally did it with her family, and now we live together, so I'm doing it too.
You live together in a studio.
It's a very small studio.
Deep cleaning are you gonna do?
We got some. We did some major home renovation where we had to get cement dust literally everywhere, and there is still some corners where there's cement dust. I haven't cleaned under my fridge in I don't know how long. When's the last time you cleaned under your fridge? Moved out the fridge?
Oh, well, we got a new fridge last year. So
okay. Relatively recently.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't clean my tub that often. I give it a general clean, but I don't deep clean it bleach, scrub it down. I don't do that every week. I do it
Why
like
not?
that's too much work, man. I'm already cleaning for like an hour and a half every Sunday.
Okay, here's a question. Do you pee in your tub?
Ew. Well, yeah. But I pee right into the drain, so it doesn't count.
It does count.
Nah, dude, it's
You
fine.
can bleach that.
No. Is that where that mold is coming from?
Oh, here we go.
Life hack. I don't know. I feel like this only works for local people. Maybe this is sold everywhere. They have these things called drain weasels, which is a great way to clean out your drain without having to get a big snake. It's like this little tool that you use, and it's disposable. And for a long time, I only ever poured Drano down my drain, which is really bad for your pipes.
Yeah.
So I started using these drain weasels, and you get a better clean than you would be using Drano, and it's real cheap and really easy. So if you're gonna join us in our deep clean, think about that. What do you do? What is your like deep clean routine? I mean, because I feel like you're a pretty clean person to begin with. So I mean, like, how do you get deeper?
Well, I have this rule that before Christmas we do a clean anyway. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
Christmas,
Can you tell people that again? You're like weird, like right after Christmas, just get rid of.
Oh, yeah, everything's gone. Christmas is over. Like actually the morning of Christmas, and you open your presents is done. So I like to just get everything Christmas out of my house.
You got rid of your Christmas tree already.
Oh yeah, that went up. So I had to leave it up through the night of Christmas. So I got rid of it on the 26th in the morning. Everything is gone.
That seems like way too sudden for me.
No, it's over. I mean, I don't know. Well, you know, the other thing too is I usually start Christmas early. So I start Christmas right after Thanksgiving. Like we get the tree.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of up for a while. I mean, I'm not one of those that necessarily gets the tree. Like some people like decorate their tree on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And then they leave it up longer. Like I start early and then I end on Christmas.
Oh, I see.
But also, the rule to me has always been like, you're supposed to make room for your new stuff. So if you get new clothes, you should get rid of clothes. If you get new toys, get rid of toys. So
that's a good idea.
We kind of do a purge like right around Christmas, right before Christmas and after Christmas.
Yeah.
So this part is going to be like the cleaning, like the cleaning all the sheets and the shower curtains and the mats and like clean out the fridge. And
every little corner. Oh, the fridge. Yeah, we're going to do the fridge too. The fridge gets overlooked a lot. But it's not going to get overlooked in 2021. HAWAIʻI Magazine. We have some big plans for 2021, I think. We have plans. We have plans for 2021. Depending on how things with, COVID go, travel restrictions,
right.
Things like that. I mean, it's kind of complicated.
It is. Just so I guess we can be transparent about it now. We went on a print hiatus, and we can say that because a lot of you are subscribers, and we are getting a lot of email about this. Because of COVID and the pandemic and tourism, pretty much like was shut down earlier this year. Our brand definitely felt the impact of it. So we decided to put our print product on hiatus, and we're really pushing all our efforts into our digital content. So we are going to launch a new website this year in 2021.
I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, me too. And, I'm hoping once the travel, even inter-island, gets a little easier for all of us. Because even for us, I mean, in order for us to travel to Maui, for example, it's not as easy as it used to be. I mean, we have to get COVID tests. So it's a little more challenging. And they're not cheap. I mean, they're pretty expensive. We priced them out. That's an extra $150 on top of your flight.
Yeah.
So, we're hoping to travel this year and do a lot more neighbor island content for you. But some exciting things we have. We sort of put our Holo Holo video series on hiatus also in the beginning.
We put it on travel. We put our Holo Holo on Holdo.
Okay. Yes. Very funny. Anyway, so we just kind of slowly relaunched it during the pandemic. We kind of did a couple of videos here and there. So that's definitely something that we're going to do more of in 2021.
Yeah.
And we also are launching a new newsletter that's Maui focused. So for those of you who only want to get Maui news, we're going to launch a newsletter. So you'll get Maui insider news directly into your inbox every month. So that's going to happen too. in January. So we got a lot of cool stuff on the editorial side.
Yeah, I just want
Anything
to
else?
point out real quick the Hula Hula video, one of our most recent ones, was shot and produced by our art director, Kayla, and
Yes.
features yours truly.
I shot some of this too, by the way.
You shot the surf photography. That was a good turn you caught. I watched that clip a couple of times.
I'm sure you did.
My style, But check it out. It's on our YouTube. It'll also be in our, I might just embed it in our podcast show notes. But yeah, you can definitely expect, more video content from us. I mean, I think this year was going to be the year where we were really going to do, last year, 2020 was a year we were really going to try to push video content. But then, of course, things happened. Everything got put on hold. So I'm really excited to maybe put more of that stuff out there. I think our Hula Hula series, which are just fun little short videos about life in Hawaii and just kind of Hawaii culture and all that kind of stuff. I think that'll be really fun. I'm hoping to reach out with you guys more on Facebook and our social media platforms. Kat, I think by now that poll probably would have gone up already. We want to come back to our community and ask you guys some questions and maybe make some content around, like things like what are some of your, I don't want to give too many away, but like, fond memories of Hawaii. What is your favorite island? Just stuff like that. Because we want to talk to you guys, our community.
Right. So we have plans to do a lot more engagement with our audience. And we definitely, we have been doing videos during the pandemic. We launched our
Hawaii in the Kitchen
series.
That's kind of your baby.
Well. We also jumped on to Reels real quickly on Instagram.
We've
been doing a lot of that. So, we have been trying to find ways to do video content a little creatively since we can't physically be anywhere. We were shut down for a while. But I think now that the vaccines are out and people are getting vaccinated and our numbers here at least have been pretty good. Like it kind of went up a little bit and then it kind of went down and now we're sort of stable again.
Yeah, we're like under 100, new infections daily, which is
right.
Pretty okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think for nationally.
Sure. So but we are mindful that travel isn't something that everyone can do right now. And, there are record cases on the mainland and, across the world. And, I think we're cautiously optimistic that people will start to travel. I mean, I was thinking about this, like the last time we traveled was probably right before the shutdown. You and I both went to the Big Island, like independently. Like that was in February, right?
I was at an airport as COVID was getting really big. When I went with our photographer, Aaron Yoshino, to the Big Island, I literally remember sitting in the Big Island, I think it was the Kona airport, and looking at a news story that said, like, coronavirus, first case in Seattle. And I looked at Aaron and I said, do you think this is going to be a big thing? And then it was. And then here we are.
I know.
And it was really unfortunate, too, because we had actually shot a couple of videos that I don't know if they might be released at some point that were shot like right before COVID happened.
Before. Maybe like the day before COVID.
Like we were going to put it out pretty soon. And, those kind of got to be put on hold. And it's really difficult too because like a lot of them were shot pre-COVID, right? So it's like, a lot of safety measures have been put in place that are not shown in those videos. Like no one was wearing masks during those times and people were just walking right next to each other. And yeah, so those plans got a little derailed. But I think 2021, hoping that the vaccine process goes smoothly, we will once again be able to do that kind of fun stuff. I'm also hoping if things go smoothly that we can see some upgrades to the podcast. We were thinking about maybe switching platforms and kind of just upping the production quality a little bit. So if you see me looking even better in 2021, it's because we're probably on some new platform or something that shoots at a higher video.
Speaking of which, we have to do a shout out to our publisher, Dawn Hirayama, because she gifted the two of us these ring lights, which are like, everybody's got them except for us.
I've got one on right now, in fact.
See, Okay, so it makes a difference for me right now, and I'll show you why. Because I mean, for those of you who are watching this on Facebook or YouTube, okay, so that's the light on. This is how dark it is.
You're like pitch black.
I disappeared.
You disappear.
I mean, you can see my teeth, and
Yeah.
that's it. I know. So it makes a difference because I'm in a cave right now.
This one just gives me a little color. It really lights up my sunny disposition a little bit more.
Oh my god.
It's just,
Anyway, thanks to Dawn.
yeah, thanks, Dawn.
For the ring lights, they're useful.
They
She
are-
was like, "Oh, are you gonna turn into like a model?" And I was like, "It's not magic. I mean, it's not gonna it's not a miracle."
Not a miracle worker. I mean, turns me into a beautiful looking man. So,
Oh, Kevin.
what else do we got going on in this podcast? I think we also wanted to talk about maybe not just the brand, but some things that we're going to try to do in 2021. Resolutions, adventures. There's a story up on our website right now
Right.
that is kind of just a small handful of adventures and resolutions that our staff wants to do that I think are good for trip planning in case, you need some ideas.
Sure.
Here are some. I can start it off real quick. One thing I really want to do, hoping it reopens, is hike Manoa Falls again. Because that was one of my favorite hikes. It's a really nice little hike in central Oahu. It's like right in Honolulu. And it just looks prehistoric when you're like on your way to the falls. Like it's really beautiful. And then you get to the beautiful falls, but it's been closed most of 2020. So
all of 2020.
All of
I don't
2020.
think it wasn't closed because of the pandemic. It was closed because of maintenance.
Yeah.
So
I'm hoping, as the time of this recording, it's still not open, but I'm hoping by now it is reopened, or it will reopen in 2021, so I can once again hike it out. I wanna get back to the falls. It's a really nice little walk. What about you, Kat? What you up to in 2021? Resolutions?
I mean, definitely hiking is not on my list of things to do because I feel like I hike all
You hike an insane amount.
Well, I mean, it's interesting. I looked back at in 2018, we had written a story, and that was my first. I think this was my first year as editor, and we did the same thing. Like, what adventure do you want to do the next year? So this would have been for 2019, and I had written back then that I wanted to ride a helicopter over Hawaii Volcanoes National Park on Hawaii Island because at the time, Kilauea was erupting. And then Kilauea stopped erupting for like 2 years. Of course, I say I want to do it, and that's like Kilauea just decides,
and then
like,
it's
okay,
over.
Stella's like, no. So in April of that year, Kilauea stopped erupting, so there was nothing to really see. And it was like it was like unprecedented eruption in history. It had destroyed like 700 homes. It changed like the actual geographic landscape of the island. It was crazy.
It made global news.
Yeah, and so Kilauea started erupting again during the summer. It was like summer solstice, right? December 21st or whatever.
Yeah, or winter solstice.
Jupiter and Saturn were aligned. It was kind of kismet.
That's a little bit. There's some galactic influence going on there.
I felt like that, right? And so now it's erupting. Hale Ma'uma'u crater, which was filled with water, is now a lava lake again.
Once again, yeah.
Yeah, and people like say they see fountaining. So it's, people are returning back to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, which has always been one of my favorite places to visit when I'm on Hawaii
That's
Island.
a fantastic park.
Yeah, but now you can see lava again.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was thinking about, okay, what do I really want to do? I really want to go back to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. And then incidentally, that's the first thing I wanted to do back in 2018.
Is that the first thing you want to do once again?
I mean, I want to go because it's so unpredictable and you just never know.
Yeah, when is it going to stop, or is it going to get even crazier?
No. So I think that's high on my list. It's just that we're not traveling right now, so I don't know when I'm ever gonna make it there. But that is definitely something I want to do.
Are they still doing helicopter tours over it? Probably not, right?
Well, Andrew Hara.
I do know Andrew Richard Hara.
He's been up in a helicopter on the Big Island.
Really?
So, yeah, because he's been taking pictures. If you follow him on Instagram, you'll see like his beautiful like eruption photos and stuff. Yeah.
He's our eyes on the Big Island.
Yeah, I don't know if they are doing helicopter tours or if just he's got like the hookup or something. I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure. I know like whale watching tours resumed, and it's like right in the middle of whale watching season right now. And so those tours are going out, but they're at like 50% capacity.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so maybe with helicopter tours, I'm not sure. I think they might be able to go out and they're just like less people.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can fit a ton of people on a helicopter.
I was going to say, you can fit like what, maybe 3 people max anyways in a helicopter?
I've been on a helicopter with 8 people once.
That sounds like a safety code violation.
No, it was okay. I think it was like a medevac.
Oh, okay.
Kind of helicopter.
It was like it was a chopper.
Yes. But
Okay.
I got sick and I threw up. So
oh, no. You don't want to throw up into the volcano, into the lava lake.
No, I think that would be bad juju.
That'd be bad juju for sure.
Yeah.
I really want to, speaking of traveling inter-island again, I also miss traveling. This job, I feel like specifically, kind of like got me into a bit of a groove, like going to the Kauai or Maui or Big Island like once every 3 or 4 months. So it feels really weird not traveling anymore. But I really want to go back to Kauai and go to Kaena State Park. It's pretty much, I think that's probably my favorite state park here in the Hawaiian Islands. Just because that's where the Nepali trail is. So if you want to hike down the Nepali coast, that's kind of where you do it. And I really miss it. I remember one of my first assignments for Hawaii Magazine, or when I was still an intern, they had me fly to Kauai. Pretty much like I only learned about it like the day before, like, oh, we got to get you to Kauai for like a video or something. I was getting shot for video, I guess, like right when I started. But I'd never done the Nepali trail before, so it was like a really cool thing to do, and we hiked all the way to the waterfall. And I have it in my head that one day I'm going to do the whole trail. Like how many miles is that? Like, God.
Oh, the Kalalau Trail?
The whole Kalalau Trail.
Oh, you can do it in a day. It's 11 miles. And a lot of people, you have to get a permit. A lot of people camp there.
Yeah.
I mean, some do day trips in and out, but
I would like to camp as well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like on my wish list, I guess, for 2021. And I know, Hawaii Magazine, we tried to do a story about that experience once, but it didn't go through. So maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I just miss traveling inter-island. It was definitely a lot of fun. Maui is probably my favorite island to travel to for work and just for fun. And, I miss going inter-island with friends. That was a big thing for us. We'd always have like a fun little boys trip, and can't do that right now. So I'm hoping, man. I got to get back to Maui. There's some surf spots over there that I really enjoy. Like the Uluwatu area, kind of on the southern shoreline. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that is fun.
Yeah. Sorry, I hate to bring it down again, but I miss traveling. It was a lot of fun.
I know. I feel like a lot of people feel that way. I mean, it's good that people want to travel but are resisting traveling because, they say that's the best thing to do is stay at home. I mean, if you want to keep yourself and your community safe, I mean, right now without vaccines and kind of COVID just on the loose.
Yeah.
It's kind of the best thing to do. So I feel like, we've been doing our part as Hawaii Magazine. But, we also have a job to do, and that is to tell the stories of Hawaii and all the islands. And right now our content has been so Oahu-centric because that's where we are.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that I feel like, I mean, I'm sure our readers know and our listeners know, you've probably been seeing a lot of Oahu stories from us, and it's really just because we can't travel anywhere.
Right.
We're kind of right in that boat with you in that sense, is that like we can't get out there, I also really miss staying at hotels. That was one of my favorite parts of this job is staying at nice fancy hotels and going to bed immediately because we get there at like 11 p.m.
Okay, that's when you travel with me.
Yeah.
I get it. I know. But I did hook you up with some pretty nice hotels. I have to say.
Yeah, they were really nice.
Robes.
Yeah.
I miss robes.
I miss robes. My girlfriend got me a kimono or not a kimono, but like a Japanese silk robe.
The yukata thing.
But
it's not the same
it's
though.
Not.
Like it's not the
I
same
really
at
like
home.
it. It's very comfortable, and I think it's better because it's like really hot. But you know, in a hotel room, you blast the AC, you close all the doors, you make it super cold. Put that robe on. That's 2021. That's my resolution.
The robe.
Just put a robe on in a nice hotel room, and then take a bath.
Funny. I remember when I was younger and I traveled somewhere. I might have been like in college or something, and I traveled somewhere and they had a robe. And, you know, we don't grow up. In Hawaii, you don't ever wear a robe. Like, that's just not a thing.
You're staying somewhere nice if you're.
So I thought it'd be super cool, and I'd buy a robe. And I would, like, lounge at home in a robe. Like, never used it. And then I remember trying later as, like, a younger adult, like, I'm going to get a robe again. It just doesn't work at home. Like,
you're not in the same environment, that's why.
Yeah.
You're not in like a beautifully done up hotel room with a king size bed and $8,000 furniture. It feels weird. Maybe that's like keeping your Christmas tree up past Christmas. You know, having a robe on in your studio apartment, you're like, I'm just lying to myself.
Yeah.
It's just not the same.
No, it's so, and it's just, you know, you have to change out of it to go and do something, like run downstairs.
Yeah. Also, it's too hot to wear a robe here, period.
Yeah. Do people wear robes on the mainland? Like, is that a thing? You tell us, listeners.
Yeah. You comment in the Facebook Live right now.
I'm so
you don't have to feel ashamed
about that.
Just tell us if you're wearing a robe. Or if you do wear. I guess you don't have to tell us if you're right now wearing a robe.
No, but if that's a thing, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
Kat, other resolutions, other adventures planned?
God.
2021, new year, new you.
2020 has been, you know, I had asked people on my Facebook page what words summed up 2020 for everyone, and it ran the gamut because, you know, some people were, people were upset about 2020. People were hopeful, like, you know, there's a lot of hope that came out of 2020 and whatever. I think for the most part, people were not super stoked on 2020 for lots of different reasons. And, you know, I couldn't really think about, and I was thinking about that, like, what is my word? My husband had the best word. It was fresca, which, like, really sums up our, like, pandemic year.
I get that. I just think of the soft drink, but...
No, that's what I mean. That's all we drank during COVID was fresca. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought there was some very, like, unique definition for the word fresca.
No, literally it was grapefruit soda. Anyway, and, you know, I think, you know, it's been tumultuous. Like, that's the best word I could come up with. I feel like a lot of good came out of 2020. Really, a lot of good did come out of 2020.
Yeah, it wasn't a total loss.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things that came out of it. I mean, just people, I feel like, coming together as a community. I think, you know, I've Zoomed with, I'm closer to this group of friends that we only see each other once a year because everyone lives elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because nobody could come back home for Christmas, we decided to Zoom, and we Zoom once a week. And I've never, like, talked to them so much. I feel like we've got a tighter connection. I value my time with my family more than ever. We were able to do a lot of things because of the pandemic. Like, there wasn't any visitors here, so we had a lot of, like, open beaches in Waikiki, for example, that would have never had that experience. I mean, I can't even tell you when we've had, like, only 15 tourists on the island ever.
Yeah,
like,
that was a very... That was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of experience that we'll never see again, you know?
No.
Unless something like this happens again. I mean, that was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing.
Yes. So I feel like 2021 for me is, I don't know, I just want to, you know, be sure that the things that we are so grateful for now, right? Like when I get to spend time with my family, or when, you know, just going hiking with Landon a lot because he's home a lot more, that I continue to do these things when things go back to quote unquote normal. Because I think it's so easy to get complacent and fall back into that old routine of like, oh, you know, going to work, coming home, and I don't have time to do this, and oh, I'm not going to call my friends because I'll see them later. I don't want to get there again. I want to maintain the good stuff that came out of 2020. I want to continue that on. I think that's my resolution.
That was a very well thought out answer. My resolution is just to play more guitar.
I know. I knew it was. I knew it was either that or surfboard or.
Yeah, but you gave a very beautiful answer. I just want to, shred a little harder in the water.
Are you gonna get like a 2021 tattoo? Have you thought about this already, or did you get one and don't know?
No, I haven't gotten another tattoo, but I got to get one of my tattoos touched up because I had a skin reaction. So
what happened?
Sometimes ink just doesn't sit well with your skin and it scars up really bad. It's not terrible. It can get fixed with a touch-up, but I think when I do that, I'll probably get a big old wolf head on my leg. A fun one.
Oh,
but
that sounds so nice.
You'll be the first to know, Kat.
Great.
And our lovely audience, probably. you guys, the audience will probably know before my parents know, which I think is funny. The Hawaii Magazine audience knows more than my parents, and let's keep it that way. Let's keep it that way into 2021. I think that's a good wrap. Wrap to the year, kind of. It's already. This is so weird. It's already 2021 for you guys. It's the end of 2020 for us. You're right, Kat. It's been a good year in a certain ways. In a lot of other ways, not so much. But you got to take the good and keep it with you. And I just want to say thank you, everyone, again for watching the podcast and supporting us and supporting HAWAIʻI Magazine and the brand. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So please keep watching us through 2021 too. That would be really cool of you. And I hope you guys all have had a great New Year's. You can find more HAWAIʻI Magazine content on our website, hawaiimagazine.com. You can find us at all social media channels at HAWAIʻI Magazine. You can buy fun HAWAIʻI Magazine products at our Shopify site. What else can you do, Kat? You can find us on YouTube.
Subscribe to us on YouTube because we just hit 1,000 subscribers in 2020, so that's great. And there'll be more videos to come, so look for that. And we're really open to suggestions and anything you guys want to ask us or you want us to focus on in the podcast. We're super open to that. So please hit us up on email, media@hawaiimagazine.com, or you can leave comments. Obviously, on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you want.
We're always listening to your input. We read pretty much everything you guys say to us. So, if you have any input or suggestions, please let us know. We'll talk about what you guys want us to talk about. Shoot. All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. And Happy New Year and Happy Holidays.
New Year.
And we'll see you guys.
2021.
Woo! 2021. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.